lame, trash, boring, garbage. Happy Halloween, yeah. Happy Halloween. So obviously I thought I'd review Halloween that came out back in 1978. So I wanted to specifically talk about Halloween because I'm very curious to see why people love Michael Myers so much. I've seen this film back in the day when I was a kid and I never liked it. So obviously I wanted to rewatch it again to see, okay, maybe, you know, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe people like him because, I don't know, he's actually a good character and the film's are actually good, or at least the original classic film's actually good. Because I feel like when most people talk about Halloween, they're mostly referring to the classics, or the actual first ever Halloween movie that came out, which was obviously this one. So I was like, okay, then I'll give it a go, and I'll give it a go. So in the start of this movie, we basically have like a POV angle of someone just, I guess, stalking someone, and I guess we're led to believe that it's someone who's, I don't know, a psycho or something. He ends up killing this girl, and you later find out that it was a kid that killed the girl, and the girl was actually his sister. So then we'll get led to believe, okay, this kid's a psycho, you know, he's not right in the head. So yeah, that's how all that, I guess, starts out, and obviously the kid's called Michael Myers in it. Fast forward now, we're introduced to this girl called Laurie, and she's basically like I think she's supposed to be a teenager. She doesn't look like a teenager, but I think she's supposed to be a teenager. Michael Myers, I think, is in like a mental hospital or some next up place in it, but then he ends up escaping in it, and that's when he starts to, you know, go back to his ways again, where he, you know, stalking people, doing some like weird stuff in it. So obviously, like I said, is in present time now, so he's like an adult now, and he's not like a kid anymore. At the start of the film, he was like a kid in it, so that was like the past in it. So in the present time, he's basically like an adult now. So look, this is the issue I have with this film, yeah, is that like nothing actually really happens in this film. And it's just so goddamn boring to the point where the song itself, yeah, feels like a movie, because all you keep hearing in the film is that iconic song, which I'll be honest is a good song, or not a song, what was it called? What do they call it? That the background music, or I don't know, you know what I'm trying to say, that the classic Halloween music in it. But like every 24/7, like every time, yeah, that song kept on playing over and over again. I was literally just getting on my nerves, fam. So if we could start off the pros straight away, they really do a good job at filming, like, I guess, like the shots, and just like, you know, making it as, I guess, uncomfortable as possible to make it seem more edgy, more, I guess, creepier in it, when you have this guy called Michael Myers stalking people, because obviously he's stalking people throughout the whole movie in it. So I do feel like the way the film is shot, it is, for a movie that came out in the 70s, I do feel like it works, and I don't know, I thought it was good in it, like for what it was worth, like that was pretty good. Another pro is that I think the character Laurie is a good character, like, because obviously she's like the main character in this like film. So like I feel like when you have like a main character, you have to give us a reason to root for them. Not necessarily all the time, because slashers, you don't always, in my opinion, have to root for any of the characters. You can hate all of them and still love the movie, but I do feel like at times having characters that you can root for is a good thing, you know what I mean? Because it's like, sometimes characters make the movie, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. So I thought she was pretty good in this movie. I feel like she was the only character in this movie that I honestly liked, in terms of just like, I don't know, I feel like I could actually get by, you know what I mean? But I'll be honest, the rest of the other characters in these films are just lame, honestly, fam. So you have like Laurie's friends who are just like, they get deemed to be like not good people, and just people that you just don't really give a damn about. So like whether they die or not, you wouldn't care in it. So I'm just like, you know what I mean? It's just like, who really cares about these people? They just, nothing about them you can really, like, I guess, get by, you know what I mean? They just there to be slaughtered, if I'm being honest. Oh, I also mentioned before, one of the pros is the iconic Halloween music. This definitely has one of the most iconic soundtracks when it comes to horror of all time, easily. I don't know if I'd put it as number one, because I've seen so many horror movies in it, so I would have to like really think about it. But easily it is in the top 10 in terms of most iconic like music, you know what I mean? Because like that song, when you hear that song, you think of Michael Myers in it, so like you can't really take that away from the movie. As much as I think this movie is trash, yeah, you can't take that away from it. So yeah, fair enough, innit? That's it, man. I think that's all my pros. Yeah, that's all my pros. Let's get into the cons now. Let's get into the cons. So my issue is, yeah, like maybe it's because I'm not old and I wasn't born back in the Victorian times, innit? So maybe someone might say that's a lot older than me, might say, you know, you don't understand how movies work. You don't understand, like, back then it was like a masterpiece, blah blah blah. And maybe, yeah, fair enough, back then maybe I could acknowledge that, you know, it probably back in its time was a very great movie, innit, and really like well made movie back in its time, innit. I just feel like it just doesn't replicate like now in the present time than maybe how it would have back in those times, you know what I mean? I just don't, it just feels so outdated to me. And when I say outdated, I mean as in like, I don't know if it's because like it was in the 70s and it's an old movie, but I feel like the acting, with these like old movies, the acting is always so corny and just goofy and just stupid and just cringe. And like I said, I don't know if it's because of how bad the audio was back then, so the way they pick up the actors' voices kind of comes across as like making it sound corny or I don't know what it is. I feel like the way they sound in these type of films back in the olden days, yeah, it just sounds so, it just makes the actors sound so corny. Like I can't really take these characters seriously because it feels like every word they say is like, it doesn't feel like the acting, it just feels like a play. Like it feels like it's exaggerated, everything they're saying. It just doesn't feel real to me, you know what I'm saying? Like even the kills in this movie, when Michael Myers is killing people, right? You can see the way the people die is so exaggerated. I'm just thinking to myself like, what is this? Like, is this actually a joke? Is this supposed to be like comedic or funny? Because it's just so over the top to the point where I'm just like, this is just like, it's just bad, man. It just is. Like, I can't look at this movie and think otherwise. It's just bad and just stupid in my opinion. And for God's sake, can someone get my man Michaels an inhaler, fam? Like, what is going on? Throughout the entire movie, in this entire movie, my man is breathing heavily, fam. I'm just like, bro, do you need an inhaler or something? Like, what go on? Like, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, what is wrong with this guy, fam? Like, fam, I was more worried about Michael than I was about the people he was trying to kill, because this guy was having a lot of trouble trying to breathe, fam. But yeah, man, join the club, man, join the club. I don't know, it was like a pet peeve for me. I'm like, why is he breathing like that? It was just irritating me. He's going through all this stress, suffocating, because it seems like he's suffocating. I don't know, the mask he bought was just, I don't know, maybe he's just suffocating him or something, but he's going through all this hassle to try to kill these people, right, in this town there, isn't it? I'm just thinking like, why? Like, this guy is having trouble breathing and his main focus is just to try to kill these people. Maybe focus on your breathing first. I don't know, man. I don't know. And then we have this character called Dr. Loomis, who was trying to help Michael back in the days, trying to take him under his wing, trying to figure out who Michael is and how to, I guess, fix him. And then we're basically led to believe that based on what like Dr. Loomis says, is that, you know, Michael is, he just does what he does with no feelings, no emotions, no empathy. And for me, it's just like, I don't mind that, right? But at the same time, it's just like, the thing about Michael Myers is that he's just so bland and boring. It's like, there's no personality to him. He just, and in my opinion, anyone could be Michael Myers. You can put a mask on a dog, he could be Michael Myers. Put a mask on a little puppet, right? He can be Michael Myers. There's nothing to me about Michael Myers, in my opinion, that makes him stand out in any type of way. To me, he's just such a bland, boring character that most of the time throughout the film, at least throughout the majority of this film, he's just standing around stalking people, staring at people from a distance. I'm just like, bro, what am I watching here? Like, are we gonna get any kills or what? It's not even creepy as well. I've never, since watching this film, I don't think I've ever once, even when I was a kid, yeah, saw this movie and thought, like, damn, him stalking people from afar, standing there, is so creepy. Like, it's not creepy, it's just lame and just like dead. Like, bro, I'm trying to watch a horror movie and this guy's just like standing around trying to just kill time for some reason. I don't know why. And you don't really see him do really much, really, until maybe near the end of the movie. Like, literally, like, because this movie is like an hour and 30 minutes, I think, around like an hour and 40, hour and 30 minutes. And it's only until you get to like, I don't know, like maybe like 44 minutes, maybe 50 minutes, you start to see him actually start to do things. But then even when he does do things, the kills are just whack, man. It's just whack. And maybe it's because this is an old movie and maybe back then, I don't know, but I don't care. Regardless, I'm rating it now and I'm rating it as a movie and how I think of the movie, and I think the movie is trash. End of story. Simple as that. And don't get it twisted, I'm not getting on to people that like this movie or think it's good. I'm just saying this based on what I think and my opinion. I'm not like dissing people who like this movie. Like, that's fine. People can like what they like in it, but I'm just saying for me, in my opinion, I feel like this movie was just trash. You know what I mean? Because like the kills were lame. Michael in general, to me, he's always been lame, but obviously I'm a guy that wants to give things a go on it, so I will watch a full-length movie. I'm not just gonna say something's lame without actually watching a full movie, you know what I'm saying? Because some people do that, and I don't do that. If I'm gonna diss something, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna watch the whole entire movie in it, which I did with this movie. And yeah, I don't know, like please, like, honestly, someone tell me, what is it about Michael that's so special? Like, what is it that people like about him? Because I was just sitting there thinking, like, what is it about this guy Michael that people love about him so much? Like, why is he such an iconic villain, other than the fact that he was, I guess, one of the first slashers? I don't know. If that's the only reason, then that's just not a good enough reason for me. Like, just because someone starts something doesn't make them the best slasher, you know what I mean? I guess the only explanation is that because he was the first, that makes him an iconic person, but if that's how he rated, then I guess whatever, I guess, but I don't know, man. And to be fair, I'm not really a fan of a lot of olden day movies. Like, typically I usually like to watch, yeah, the oldest movies I like to particularly watch are like from the 80s. Any lower than that, that's why I'm like, because I kind of feel like the 70s and below it just feels so crap. But then even then, I've seen clips of like the recent Halloween movies in it, but I can't really judge them fully because it was only like reactions I've seen people, you know, react to, like, from the movie in it, and just like clips. So I can't really comment too much on like that in it, but I do feel like when I'm watching those clips and stuff, even those ones that are like more dated in terms of like it being released around like the 2000s, and even like I don't know, when was the last one that came out? I don't know. I think the last one was like 2018 or 2020 or something. And even then, from what I've seen, it's just dead, man. Like, but like I said, I can't really comment on that too much because I haven't actually seen those full movies in it. But the music was more scary than Michael Myers, man. Like, seriously, man, this guy, I just don't see a reason as to why he exists as a character. He just, to me, seems so bland. Like, he's just a guy in a little cheap little mask who has asthma and can't barely breathe. There's nothing here for me. There's just nothing. I mean, it is what it is, innit? It is what it is. But anyways, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Comment down below, let me know what you thought about this movie. And honestly, please comment down below, tell me what it is about it, you know, Michael Myers, that you like about it, and just so I can try and understand in it, because I really just don't. So yeah, just comment down below and I'll check it out and just see what I go on in it. But yeah, man, in a bit.